Let's be real. Most meme coins are about dogs or frogs or whatever weird internet joke is making the rounds this week. But what if a meme coin was about something a lot more real? Today, we're diving into a project on Solana called War, a token that's trying to build its story not on memes, but on the actual pulse of global events.
I mean, just think about that for a second. A crypto token whose community, whose entire vibe is tied directly to geopolitics, global conflicts, and the fight for the world's resources. It's a fascinating and, let's be honest, a pretty provocative idea. And that is the whole concept right at the heart of the War token.
So, what are we really looking at here? Is this just a flash in the pan, a controversial trend that's going to burn out just as fast as it showed up? Or could this actually be the start of something totally new for meme coins and for the Solana ecosystem as a whole?
Okay, let's really get into it. To understand where War might be going, we first have to get a super clear picture of what it is, and just as important, where it came from in the first place.
At its heart, War is a meme coin on Solana. But the way it launched is what makes it so different. It was what's called a fair launch through a platform called bonk.fun. Now that term gets thrown around a lot, but here it means that no big shot VCs got in early. There was no pre-sale for insiders, and the creators didn't keep a huge stash of tokens for themselves. From day one, this thing was entirely in the hands of its community.
And yeah, the ambitions here go way beyond just a simple meme. Looking at their goals, they want to build a super engaged community that can take these really serious political topics and, use humor and memes to make them part of the crypto conversation. And they're trying to make it easy for anyone to jump in, even offering a direct USD trading pair to lower that barrier to entry.
And wow, its growth has been something else. After that community launch, it immediately carved out this totally unique space for itself as Solana's political theme token. This sharp focus led to incredibly fast adoption all over social media, kind of echoing the same kind of viral explosion we've seen from other huge Solana meme coins like Bonk.
So all that talk about rapid adoption, what does it actually look like in cold, hard numbers? Let's take a snapshot as of March 10th, because this is where the story gets really, really interesting.
First up, the market cap. We're talking almost $38 million. Right off the bat, that tells you this isn't some tiny project nobody's heard of. It's already got some real weight to it.
And get this, that value is spread across almost 58,000 different wallets. That points to a really broad, decentralized base of holders, which is a fantastic sign for any project that says it's community-driven.
Then you've got the activity. Over $16 million in trading volume in just the last 24 hours. That tells you this isn't some token that's just sitting there gathering dust. There's a very active liquid market for it. And finally, and this is a huge detail for any trader, the total supply of 1 billion tokens is already fully circulating. That means no surprise unlocks from the team, no venture capitalists waiting to dump their bags down the line. What you see is literally what you get.
Okay, so we've seen the numbers, and they paint a picture of some serious momentum. But now let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. In a world that is just flooded with meme coins, how does War actually stack up? And more importantly, what are the real risks involved here? Make no mistake, War is jumping into a shark tank. It's not just competing for attention against the absolute legends like Dogecoin and Shiba Inu, it's also fighting for oxygen against other Solana natives like Bonk and even other politically themed tokens right on its home turf.
And this really gets to the core tension of the entire project. It's a classic double-edged sword. Its greatest strength, that unique, politically charged narrative that gets people talking way outside of just crypto, is also its greatest weakness. The project's entire relevance, its value, is basically tethered to keeping that social story alive. And that dependency creates some very real risks. You have the insane price volatility that comes with any meme coin, of course. That's a given. But you also have the constant threat that the social media buzz just fades away. And maybe most uniquely, with a theme this sensitive, you have to consider the potential for regulators to take a closer look in a way they'd never do for a coin about a cute dog. So, with that high-stakes balancing act in mind, where could a project like War actually go from here? Let's just imagine 3 possible futures for this geopolitical meme coin. Okay, in a bullish world, War solidifies its place as a cornerstone of the Solana meme coin scene, a benchmark for narrative-driven tokens with a booming community. The intermediate path? Well, it holds its ground, keeps its community and trading going, but it never quite breaks through to that next massive level.
And the bearish scenario? The narrative just loses its punch, the community moves on to the next shiny thing, and the token slowly fades away. The path it takes will all come down to its ability to keep the story alive.
And that brings us to the ultimate question this whole experiment really asks. Can a highly specific, niche, and controversial token like WAR ever achieve the kind of cultural staying power and mind-blowing scale of giants like Dogecoin? Or is its destiny to forever be a fascinating but niche player in the ever-expanding world of Solana?
Now, before we wrap up, a quick but very important reminder. This explainer is purely for informational purposes, and it is absolutely not financial advice. Meme coins are incredibly volatile assets, and they carry a huge amount of risk. So please always do your own thorough research before ever considering an investment. Thanks for watching.